All right, welcome to our second video. Thank you for making it. And I want to begin by introducing you to this lovely landscape. These are the beauties in which Colorado provide. Absolutely love it out here. And this is a very interesting place to learn how to farm and work with animals due to the dynamices of weather, for one. Weather is a big part in anything you do. If you live in a tropical environment, such as Florida, where I was born and raised, then you're going to be able to grow a lot more things. And you'll be able to grow those things possibly all year long. However, there's going to be a limitation as to what you can grow due to some things needing a cold season to bring them to life. And by bring them to life, I mean some seeds, when they go into the ground, actually need to go into a state of shock or some sort of alteration needs to take place to them, either through temperature or through physical means, such as an animal eating it, digesting it, and that will work the outer layer off, which will then allow the softer inner layer to sprout once it reaches the soil. So there's many different techniques depending on what plants you are looking at growing. However, I want to just discuss some of the nuances in this video with you. These nuances are so important because without these, you will absolutely repeat the same mistakes that almost everyone else is making, including myself. I used to make these mistakes, at least. And one of the biggest mistakes is pesticides. And when you put poisons and chemicals that are not nutritious onto plants, then when they suck that into their leaves and their stems, they eat it. And if you ate, say, candle wax or a plastic bag, it wouldn't digest very well. And essentially, that's what these poisons are to the digestive system of plants. So when it comes to pesticides, what we recommend in the permaculture world is to actually plant. That's right, plant individual specimens of herbs and I believe there's even certain types of bushes and trees or maybe vines that give off aromas, which are a natural pesticide and insect repellent. And an important thing about this, and garlic, that's another great one. It's an easy one for anyone to start with. Plant some garlic. Insects will leave it alone for the most part, and you'll have chives. And it'll also help keep the insects off of the plants growing with the chives if you choose to go the route of planting in groups, which we'll discuss in our next video. However, insects are so important. One of the reasons why I have my hair out is because when flies come by, I can swat at them with my hair, just like this little fella needs a good swat. He's flying around me. I learned this technique by watching and working with animals. It's very simplistic, but it helps out so much. I don't need to wear masks. I don't need to put on things that damage my skin, that damage my lungs when I inhale them. And I'm also not poisoning the environment around me or the animals and plants I'm working with and possibly eating later. And if you're eating the animals or plants that you're putting poisons on, then you'll essentially take in some of that poison. So it's going to be very important before going into this that you buy or natural products instead of artificial ones, because the nutrition is key. And with that, I'll end this video, and I look forward to seeing you all in a third video where we'll discuss plant grouping.